What a year for Canadian bronze medalists in dance Megan Wing and Aaron Lowe. To make the move into the cherished top two spots at the Canadian dance scene, Megan and Aaron have made some very tough decisions over the last year and have lived to talk about it. Now, what do you think about this week's news regarding Shay and Vic?
Well, we were really surprised to hear about it. Um, but I guess, they're trying to do what's best for them, and I guess this must be it.
Now, does this put extra pressure on you two?
Not really, because our
No change in the game plan?
No,
No.
definitely not. Like, we've been training, always thinking that we could follow Vic and Shay into the World Championships as a second-place team. I think what would change is after the competition is done, whatever team becomes, I would imagine, the new Canadian champion, then things would start to change because you would be the Canadian champion. And
It's not only like a race for a berth on the world team, but also, the title as well.
I know, and it's amazing, just an amazing one. I'm excited just to watch the event coming up. Now, I spoke in your introduction about the changes that you've made over the last year. What were those changes, and then let's talk about why you made them.
Well, we were training in Montreal for the past, I think, around 7 years. And last spring we decided to move down to Windsor to train in Detroit with two great coaches. And I don't know, it's been working out really well.
Why did you make the change, Aaron?
last year, we felt like we plateaued in our skating and our motivation sort of dying. So after our last competition in the spring, end of February, our coach and Megan and I, we decided to see what other options there were in skating, and to live in Canada and still be able to go to university, we thought Detroit. And it's a quick commute over the border, and our coach was thinking at the exact same time, and it just seemed to work out. They've had Olympic dance teams there. Both coaches are Olympic coaches, and it's been working out so far.
Who are these coaches? Let's give them a name and a face, shall we?
It's Igor Spielbind and Liz Coates. They team coach together. Igor is Russian, Liz is British, and together they have the chemistry that works, because one of them works on choreography, one of them works on the technique of compulsory dances and stroking, and sometimes they mix and match a little bit to work on different things, and you get the best of everything. It's not like going away for 2 weeks and training with a new coach and then coming home and, oh, I can't do that anymore, I'm going to go back to my old ways. Whereas with them, they're feeding it into you every day.
They're very particular about what they want you to do, and they won't sort of back down, So
Yeah.
it's good. They make sure that you do it the way they want you to do it.
How has your training changed because of this change?
Long and hard.
Arduous.
Yeah, it's good. We're with two of the top teams in the world, one that just won Junior Worlds and the one that just placed top 10 in the world. So just to be on the ice with great teams again is one of the best benefits we've had, really.
Just, I think, being able to compare ourselves to them day in, day out, even like in the compulsories, it's a set pattern and everything. So you can see where, those other teams are taking it, and where you think, oh, I should do it like that, or, that kind of stuff. So it helps a lot.
When you had to make this decision, what was it that you were looking for? What did you think your weaknesses were, and how were you going to correct them?
One of the major weaknesses is we were training by ourselves. We were the only senior team. When we first moved to Boucherville, we had everybody. We had Vic and Shay. We had top 5 in Canada. And then slowly people started to separate and go to their own training facilities. And then we were left alone. And in that last 2 years, 1 year was okay, but then the second year we really started to feel, wow, we're by ourselves, and the motivation and just what do we need to do? That was one of the big things. Now we're training with 2 great teams, and that's one big thing. And another one was strength. So with the training that they give us day in and day out, you don't need to do leg workouts at the gym anymore. They do it for you on the ice. And that's what I felt for myself.
So technically, what are we going to see at Canadians that will be different for Megan and Aaron?
I think a lot of, we tried to incorporate speed, but also more of the deep sort of Vic and Shay edges, that kind of thing. Because before we were concentrating so much on speed that we just keep going and going and going. So now we have more parts in the program that are stopped and intricate edges, and a lot of more intricate dance holds too, I think, in our program.
Definitely.
So a lot of increased difficulty.
Yeah.
And just using my knees more.
Ah.
That's a big thing for me.
We all talk about knees, yeah, because as your knees stiffen up, I think you lose the quality of your edge, and you definitely don't have the speed.
Yeah, I found like I've gained a lot of strength with their training, and it's just they don't vary in their way they want to coach you. Like they tell you what to do, and you got to do it. So it's the way I've been working, and it just increased my leg strength a lot.
Well, listen, best of luck. It's going to be kind of weird not having Vic and Shay there,
Yeah,
but we'll be pouncing on you two instead, okay? Thanks very much for being with us. Megan Wing and Aaron Lowe, just two of Canada's best, heading to Calgary for the Nationals. Right after this next break, we'll be back to look at the next generation of quads.
It's a